a normal day, I have a class that I teach at 8 a.m. every day of the week, or every weekday. And so I go and teach class. I get out of there between 9 and 9:30, depending on the day. And then I automatically come here where I am the business reporter and do whatever I have to do for that day. It really depends on what's going on. Being the business reporter, there's not like a whole lot of like weekly stuff that I have to cover, but I'm responsible for a section that runs every Sunday that I kind of do things for throughout the week, and then there are some like daily coverages here and there. And then I usually leave here between like 5 and 6 most days, and I go home and I usually have to grade papers or prep for class the next day, and that's my life. When I was in grad school at Tech in the College of Media and Communication, I had the opportunity to teach reporting my last semester of grad school. I was really excited. That was one of my favorite classes as an undergrad, so it was really exciting to be offered that opportunity. So that's kind of how I got started with teaching. And then after I graduated, they gave me the opportunity to stay on as an adjunct instructor, which is really nice. As a journalist, I don't make much money. So on top of, I really love teaching. I would do it even if the money wasn't great, but it is a really nice way to supplement my income too. Like, it really is a side hustle, to use like trendy terms. So I'm really thankful that I have a side job that I really enjoy to kind of fall back on. I have absolutely no like work-life balance. It's almost all work all the time. But I don't know, that's what I like. And I'm much more satisfied that way, I think. And again, I'm just really lucky that I have the chance to do everything that kind of interests me right now.
She works and has the real world experience to go with her teaching us, because it seems like sometimes in high school and college that you have these people who used to be journalists and teaching people who are going to be journalists, which is, it's fair, and you need people like that to show the history and stuff like that. But to have someone who's currently a journalist working in the field and a successful journalist, giving you the skills of what it means to be successful in a field currently in 2018, it's great having a teacher like that.
Being the business reporter is really, I don't know, it's a ton of fun. We kind of joke in the newsroom that I have one of the better jobs. Most of my stories are very happy, upbeat. I also get to do a lot of really goofy stuff that you don't necessarily get to do on the crime beat or the court beat or anything like that. So my favorite thing about being the business reporter, though, is the relationships I've been able to build. I'm from Lubbock, born and raised, and so it's really cool to get to like meet and interview these people that I've always seen on the news and read about my whole life, and now like they know who I am. Like, I still kind of geek out a little bit when like the mayor says like, "Oh, hey, Sarah," and knows who I am. That's still really cool to me. So absolutely the best part of this job is the relationships I've gotten to create, and then just being able to tell people's stories is always a ton of fun.
As a journalism student, there's not, you worry a lot about job opportunities and experience and how you're going to get it and stuff like that. But having a real life journalist, like I said before, a real life journalist in your corner and wanting you to succeed, it's fantastic. It's an advantage for you going into job opportunities in the future. So I'm very lucky to have gotten the position, and I don't think I would have gotten it if it wasn't for her.
I think the big thing is to get as much experience in college as you can. While I was a student, I worked at the Hub, and then I ended up running the Hub. I also had the opportunity to intern with our local public radio station. That was huge for me as well. Just getting all of the experience that I could really helped me for the real world. But something I tell my students all the time, you can only learn so much in college until you're actually out there experiencing it. It's completely different. There are some things I just cannot teach my students. So I try to give all the skills I can to be able to be successful, but a lot of it's just the experience that you can get. I'm to the point now that like some of my students from my first semester are getting jobs, and that's absolutely the best feeling, is seeing that somebody that like I helped on their journey in their career actually got a job and is successful and is using the stuff that they learned from my class. Like, that is absolutely the most rewarding thing. So it's really cool to be a part of young reporters' journeys.